Well, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. I am going live early today. Normally I go live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I have a reason. Just give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and make sure my links are tagged here. Let's see here. Is that the link? I'm going to post it. I don't think that's the link. Oh, I know what it is. Stand by. Why am I having trouble today? If you're just catching me for the first time, my name is Christine Renee, and I am the owner of After Dark Intuition. And I like to come live every week for After Dark Talk Radio. Usually, we are live 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But today, I needed to go live early. Here we go. I know what the link is. Oh, my mind just blanked. Let me make sure it works here. There we go. All right, let me copy and paste this. Copy. Let me go back to this. Oops. Paste. There we go. Let me delete this other one if I can delete it. Delete and pin. Perfect. There we go. Now my link is actually pinned. Man. All right. Totally blanked on that. So I just want to say hello and welcome to After Dark Talk Radio. If you are just catching me for the first time, my name is Christine Renee, and I'm the owner of After Dark Intuition. And I love to come live every single week. And I really love to talk about empowerment and confidence in women. Last week, I talked about how when we have a certain event in our life that we're really going towards and we're putting everything into it and we are just working our butt off and it still doesn't pay off, how we can come to terms with it, really look at it, see what it is that we could have done better, look at it from an analytical point of view and a logical point of view instead of that emotional point of view. Because when something happens initially and we automatically have that emotional reaction, and the emotional reaction is to beat ourselves up and be negative and have that negative self-talk, and that's really not helpful. What is helpful is to analyze it logically and to analyze it with an open mind and to step back into it right at a later date. You don't have to do it immediately, but that's what we talked about last week, and I think it was really helpful because we had a competition last weekend, and I think it's a helpful topic for people to look at because we really do a lot of things in our life that we look forward to, and we put all of our eggs in one basket, and we work hard and we do the best that we can, and then sometimes it doesn't work out for us. So go back and watch that. That was last week's. I will you could just pop in and search for videos underneath the group, and you'll be able to find it. It was last week's. It was very, very good. So this week I want to talk about, I have an upcoming free masterclass. This is going to be a 3 free day masterclass. We are starting May 30th. I believe that is a Tuesday. Let me just confirm. And it will be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So yes, Tuesday's the 30th, the 31st, May 31st, and June 1st, Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I wanted to make sure that we had bypassed the Memorial Day weekend first before I went ahead and put this out. But this will be my 3 free day masterclass, and we are going to really learn what it means to be all about me first, right? I'm not talking like we're just going to drop everything and we're going to stop taking care of our families and we're going to stop taking care of everyone around us. We're going to stop being the people at work that everybody come to. That's not what I'm talking about. But when we are those people, when we are those people that people come to regularly, we're the one that our children, rely on. We're the parent that is always doing X, Y, and Z. Maybe we're the sole parent. We have a tendency to forget that we really need to take care of ourselves. So this is going to be a fabulous 3-day event, and we are talking like all encompassing. We're going to talk about how we give ourselves permission, how we can communicate with ourselves better, how we can really step into being who we are and, give ourselves the truth that we're really truly seeking, right? We need to get out of that victim mode. We need to start talking to ourselves in a positive manner and really getting ourselves worked up, right? Getting ourselves like excited about life and getting ourselves excited about ourselves, right? Because we are such beautiful women. We really we have everything. There is nothing in this world that we need except ourselves, right? All we have to do is talk to ourselves in the proper way. We need to take care of ourselves in the proper way, right? I like to take care of myself in many different fashions, right? I like to take care of myself externally and internally, right? I like to sit with myself. I like to journal. I like to contemplate. I like to think about the things that I want to move forward and bring to you guys. I am an endless, I can talk about things endlessly. Like every single week, I'm like, what am I going to talk about this week? I don't know. Let's just pull something out of the air, but I have such a basis in my confidence and empowerment that I really love to bring that to you. I really love to make you and help you understand that you are the one. You are able to take care of yourself. You're the one to make yourself feel the best. A little bit of support from me, that's great, right? I am a coach. I am an intuitive confidence and empowerment coach. Yes, that is my job. And can I assist you in doing that? Yes, of course. But what I really want to impart on you is how to do it yourself, right? I'm just a support system. I'm not the one that's going to be sitting there doing everything for you. You actually have to do the work. And it's very important that you do, because that's how you grow and that's how you feel better. And that's how everything really snowballs in your life, right? You start beginning with one thing, right? You start taking care of yourself physically. Maybe you start eating a little bit better. Maybe you're watching your intake, what it is. Maybe it's water instead of alcohol. Maybe it's a certain healthy food instead of the carbs, right? So I truly invite you to come enjoy this space with me. It is going to be fabulous. We are going to really dive deep into the permission and the victimization and whatnot, like I said. So I can't wait. Super excited. That is going to be Tuesday, May 30th. We are starting that 3 free day masterclass. It will be here inside my group. The title of the course is Me First. So I will be pushing out links and whatever. The graphics and whatever, and what we're going to be talking about each day. So you make sure that you come to each day. There will be a clearing involved. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be fun. I really, really, really can't wait for it. I'm super excited. And yeah, I'm really excited. I will be talking about this endlessly until then. So don't you worry. It's May 17th now. It's Wednesday, May 17th now. We have 13 days. So I'll be talking about it for 13 days. So you can expect that. But so hopefully you will catch this later, whoever you are, and just hashtag replay if you see this. Ask any questions that you have. For right now, I'm going to pull a card, and then we will we'll have another little conversation. So I have these cute little cards. These are the Oracle of Shadows and Light. I'm super excited. These are so adorable. Look at these cards. They're so cute. I just love them. They're by Lucy Cavendish. They're so adorable. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a card for us today. This is going to be a collective card. So if you happen to hop on and see this video, and this card is for you as well. So make sure you take it into consideration, whatever the meaning is. So these are new cards to me. So I'm going to read the out of the book what the meaning is for us today. Then I want to talk a little bit about relationships. And we'll get into this even deeper with my masterclass. But I just kind of want to touch upon it today because it is so, so, so important. All right. Whoop, almost lost all the cards. All right. So today, here is our card, Death and the Maiden. Invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance. So invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance. Death and the Maiden. So that's our card for the day. Let's read this. This is card number 28. So if you're watching this card is for you as well as our collective here today. All right. So about Death and the Maiden. A leering skeleton is looming over a beautiful, naked young woman and doesn't seem to have any idea of how its presence is affecting her. Obviously, she looks really worried in this picture. Look at those eyes. She looks really worried. It is not aware of and it is not interested in her response, her reality, or her needs. The skeleton represents true death, the relentless ego, and is way too close for comfort. The vulnerable young woman is cowering and feels herself frozen as its unwanted hand touches her. So death speaks. I am full of needs. I am hungry for life force. I need to be close to this young one as she has all that I long for and all I have not created for myself. I will simply hover about her and take from her that which I want, her warmth, her energy, her emotions, and her beauty. She is an extension of me. What I want, I will take, and I love her too, very much. So much, I may just consume her entirely. Now, what are we talking about? Me first, right? So let's think about that, right? So and I just mentioned we're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about the relationship between ourself and ourself and others. When we are allowing people to steal our energy and steal all of that from us, this is what we're talking about. Death, right? This is exactly what this is saying. She is an extension of me. No. We are our own person. We need to be our own person, right? So that we're not having that energy sucked from us continuously. So here's the Maiden speaks. I thought this was love, but now I can see and feel that this is invasive. It says it cares for me, and yet it just seems to want to take from me. This no longer feels right, but I feel helpless and vulnerable. What can I do? How do I break free? And what if what it says is true, that it loves me and I am fearful for no reason? This is bullshit. Let me explain something to you. So this is what happens, right? This is a typical domestic violence type situation, right? Where we're in the situation where or the relationship where one person, maybe there is love, yes, but when the relationship goes sideways, right? You end up having one person who's taking more of that energy and like that energy sucker and just not allowing the other person to breathe, be their own person. And ends up being kind of like an abusive relationship, but it's not necessarily physically abusive, but it's emotionally abusive. And it's that control, right? And that saying, I love you, and the person is staying no matter what. And that's 100%, not good for both parties, right? One party's controlling and the other party's victimized, right? Because they feel like they want that love and they think they need that love, but what they don't understand is that they have that own love inside of themselves. And so we need to figure out how to gain and pull away that love from that other person so that they can understand that they love themselves, meaning us, right? Me first. We love ourselves and we don't need to have that love coming from that other person. It is not necessary. That is an extra. When we are in relationships, when we are in healthy relationships, that's an extra. The love that we get from our partner, that's extra. That's not the whole relationship. The whole relationship is I love me, you love you, we happen to love each other. So remember that. Let's read what the divination message is here. This is a very out of balance relationship between you and another at this time. It may be that you are death, taking too much and imposing on another, and all the while blind as this skeleton to the truth. Or it may be that you are the maiden and have no defense against another who is draining you, claiming all the while to love you. You may have been drawn into the drama and color and entertainment of a relationship that is full of highs and lows and passion, but you are now discovering that it is tiring, draining, and lacking in respect. It is time to truthfully assess this relationship and take steps to be safer, more protected, and more respected. Do not attempt to convince death of its problems. Those real people will only draw closer, cling harder, and convince you that you have a problem, not them. You may feel fear as to what they will do once you separate from them, as they are vindictive and malicious. Freedom is worth the trial of separating. Ask yourself, is this relationship really healthy for me? If the answer is no, then you must take steps to go. So, this message is obviously for someone, and this doesn't have to be exactly the words that they're speaking exactly in relationships, but it's very interesting that this is what we're talking about today. We're talking about me first, and then we're also talking about the relationship aspect. It is so very important that we understand, and this can be a work relationship, meaning like you and your work. It doesn't have to necessarily be you and a partner, or you and somebody you work with. This can just be like you spend too much time working, you're like a workaholic, and you're not allowing there to be a balance, where what we're doing is we end up having, and this is how I see this, because I get into this as well, where we end up having that it's completely imbalanced, right? You're working 24/7 and you're not allowing your life to be your life, and you're just constantly on the go, 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 and you're not allowing for any breathing room. You're not allowing for any of that space to come in. So it's the same exact thing when we're talking about me first. We're talking about our relationships, right? It's so important that we take care of ourselves first. We have to determine, and this will be partly in the masterclass too, we have to determine who is it that we are. Who are we? Are we the go-getter? Are we the person that's just laid back? Are we just there and we're just hanging out and we're just part of the relationship? Like, who are we? What are our desires? What do we want to do? What do we enjoy doing? I enjoy hanging out with my family. That's one of my most favorite things to do in the world. Like, I'm very set on hanging out with my family. And I am also very set on ensuring that I get a proper amount of sleep. And this has been like more lately than ever before, because I think, I've had so many years working just to the bone and, overworking, etc. And it's been very important, where I'm like, I really need to get some sleep, and I need to make sure that I just have a proper amount of sleep every single night, every single evening. So that's kind of where I'm stepping into my life. But that's part of that self-care, right? That's part of that me first. I need to take care of me first so I can then go on and take care of others. So this, we will dive deeper in the masterclass. But it is important that we take a look at these relationships, especially with this card that comes up. This message is for you. This message is for all of us, that we need to really understand that sometimes these relationships are not healthy. And even if you are on the opposite side, right, you're the one that's actually stealing the energy and continuing to tell your partner that you love your partner, but you're smothering your partner, like, that's not good either, right? And sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves, and we actually have to take ownership. We have to understand that we are the ones that are actually doing this, right? Hi, I can't see who you are. I'm using StreamYard. If you want to go ahead and click to allow StreamYard to allow your comments to come through with your name, that would be great. Then I'll know who you are. But it's very important that we realize that sometimes we can be that person that will suffocate our partners or suffocate the relationship in some fashion, right? Because we're clinging, or, we're that stage 5 clinger, which we don't want to be. But it's very important that we breathe. We take a step back. We take an analytical and a logical view of what is the relationship that we truly desire to be in, right? So if you take a look at that card, it is legitimately death and then the maiden, right? So one of you, no matter what relationship you're in, it's either your partner or you, or work and you, or even a parental relationship, you and your child, right? Or your child and you, who's death and who's the maiden, who's suffocating who, you know? So really take a look at that relationship because this card is huge. And I think it could not have popped up at a better time because we are really legitimately talking about me first and taking care of ourselves first. And then, I mentioned that we were going to talk about relationships. So, yeah, really super 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 important that you take a look at this and you consider what is it, which direction, which one you are in that relationship, and what we need to do to have a better relationship with ourselves. And what if this is describing the relationship with just ourselves? Like we're killing ourselves slowly because we're working our butts off and we're doing things the hard way, right? We're doing too much, right? So you should really think about that. Think about it. Think about it. Don't forget. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I know this was a super quick live tonight, but I have an appointment tonight at 8:30, so I need to go so that I can be on time. But I did want to pop on. I did want to hop on and say hello because I don't want to miss my After Dark Talk Radio every single Wednesday. I love coming live and I love speaking to you guys, and I have so much fun. So hopefully those of you that would have showed up at 8:30 can watch this and at least have a little something to get you through to next week. So don't forget, May 30th, I will put an event in the group for the Me First 3-day free masterclass. I can't wait to see you all there. I will be promoting this. I will promote it on my personal page as well. So free 3 days, May 30th, all about me first. We're going to talk about, permission, victimhood, our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with others, lots of other things. But it's really how we are going to begin taking care of ourselves first, stepping into our own truth and becoming the woman of our dreams, because we need to take care of ourselves. And that's who is the most important. So I think that's all that there is. So if you don't follow me on any other social media, you can follow me over on Instagram at afterdarkintuition.com. I mean, intuition, and also over on YouTube and TikTok, same thing, at After Dark Intuition. So I hope you all have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.